Is your baby catnapping? Are they only doing 30-minute naps, sometimes even 20-minute naps? My name's Ruth, I'm a health visitor in England. Let's get into how we can change this. First things first, this is developmentally expected for newborn babies. They do not want to be put down. A lot of newborn babies, if you put them down, they will wake really quickly. If they're doing contact naps and sleeping on you, that's how you're going to extend that sleep. This video is not aimed at newborn babies. I recommend holding, cuddling, bed sharing if you can do it safely, wearing them in a sling, basically meeting your newborn baby's needs as best as possible for that first 3 to 4 months. This video is aimed at 4 months plus. In my guide, which is £5, the link's in my bio, it will teach you how to teach your baby to self-settle without leaving them to cry, which means you can put them in their crib awake and they will fall asleep independently. This is going to help with linking sleep cycles in the daytime if you are wanting them to have a longer sleep cycle in their crib. You're wanting them to link that nap and make them sleep longer for 30 minutes in their crib. Otherwise, they're not going to know how to get back to sleep. If you don't want to teach them how to self-settle and your baby is starting to, they're asleep in their crib and you're reaching that 20-minute mark, you can pick them up, rouse them slightly, try to get them back into a deep sleep, and then maybe lay them back down or keep them on you. That's going to help link that cycle for younger babies and older babies, to be honest. Now, also, it's worth noting, some babies don't do longer naps, okay? Typically, as they're getting a little bit older, from around 5-6 months, we might start to see that lunchtime nap, this is where textbook says that lunchtime nap is going to be a little bit longer, or we're aiming for that lunchtime nap to be longer. This takes practice in linking cycles and becoming a bit more of a habit when it comes to what times they're sleeping throughout the day. So you've downloaded my guide, or they know how to self-settle, you've taught them how to self-settle, whatever. This is how we are going to try and link that cycle. From 6 months plus, we can start putting them upstairs in their room, in a dark, or your room, making sure it's nice and dark, and we've got white noise playing. This is going to help because melatonin isn't released throughout the day, which is the sleep hormone. It's a bit like if you did a night shift and you were trying to go to sleep and the room was nice and bright, it's not going to help. Yes, we don't have to do every single nap in the dark. We want them to, once they start, linking these cycles together, we can then start napping away from the house. If your baby wakes up and they are not crying, the sleep conditions are fine, they can self-settle back to sleep, you've not done the picking up and, cuddling them. If they wake up and they're not crying, leave them. If they're talking, babbling, calling, leave them for as long as you can. If they're crying, I suggest going in and picking them up, and you're just going to have to try again tomorrow. What you are going to start to see here, or what you're hopefully going to start seeing here, I did it with my own babies, I've helped a lot of people do this, is that eventually, and it might take half an hour, you might see that they do go back off to sleep. Like I said, they have to be able to self-settle to be able to do that, or that's going to help increase the chances of them going back off. But leaving them in their crib for that one nap is going to help them start to link that cycle back together. It's really important if they're crying, you do go and get them. They're not going to go back to sleep, they're past it. Sometimes that half an hour nap is enough. I hope that helps. If you have any other questions, please put them in the comments.